Yeah, just to get started here, thanks for the introduction there, Adam. To give you a bit more context on myself here, my name is Zach Camphus. I've been working at Commerce7 for a little over a year now in a wide variety of roles, most recently as the general manager. Over my experience at Commerce7, I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of wineries and really help them create great online experiences. If you're not that familiar with Commerce7, we're a wine DTC platform. So we have e-com and club tools that allow you to sell online. We have a POS that can be used in your tasting room, and it's all synced up with one centralized CRM.
And my name is Laurie. I'm the founder and chief amazement officer at Outshinery. And we help wineries of all sizes sell more wines with beautiful visual content, like photos and videos. And we do it all entirely online. No need to send us physical samples. And I'm going to talk more about it later.
Awesome. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Simon Solis Cohen, and I'm the founder of HWY Creative. We are one of the newer digital agencies out there, and we focus specifically on the wine industry. My background is rooted in real world experience. I started out in my wine career working in a tasting room, being behind a bar, hosting customers, interacting with them, and selling wine on a daily basis. And then throughout my career in the wine trade, I worked my way up, becoming wine club manager, marketing manager, managing direct to consumer, and doing this all in Napa wineries, all family owned, but of different sizes, some on the smaller side and some on the much larger side. So I've gotten to see a lot of what goes on out there and can provide real world examples and ways to help you guys solve your problems. At HWY Creative, what we're focused on is forward-thinking e-commerce. And so we're building different websites for you guys, helping with integrations with different platforms like Commerce7, for instance, and bringing that all together with great tools from people like Outshinery, helping to bring everything together. In addition to that, we do a lot of just general consulting on, say, sales, marketing, can help with hospitality training. I can even help with training your staff. So we have a lot that we can offer.
Mm-hmm. So today we're going to be talking about how to make your online experience extra compelling. More specifically, how to make your online experience extra compelling by leveraging great imagery, like great bottle shots, personalization, and by building out your website and building out multi-channel marketing, right? So, executing in these three areas really puts your customer first, and it really allows you to provide great online experiences. So to start us off here, Laurie's going to be talking about making your online experience beautiful.
And to start with, bottle shots are your online shopper's first impression. And as you are well aware, first impression matters. Here's like an impressive stat. 67% of e-commerce shoppers say that product image is very important. And in the absence of a staff member to talk up your wine, it's imperative that your imagery sets that good impression for you. And it's kind of like, think of it a bit like as a standard picture idea of your product, if you will. Like it helps shoppers remember what wine they enjoyed at your tasting room, and help them making it easy to recognize the product that they want to bring home and enjoy some more. Now, we've all been here, right? Photographing a bottle is actually genuinely quite tricky. We have a saying internally here at Outshinery. It's like a bit like taking a selfie in a house of mirrors. You can see the camera in the glass. You can see everything else, the environment around the bottle. Transparent wine gets, it's just very hard to do. So that's what Outshinery said itself. Like we do all this imagery using 3D technology. So you always have time and time again, the perfect bottle shot. So let me ask you, when you look at these two images, which one would you buy? Pretty obvious, right? Study shows that people decide how appealing a visual image is after just barely 50 milliseconds. They make their first impression right there and then. And once they have decided their impression, they kind of stick with the decision. Like it's really hard to change their point of view after that. So you have 50 milliseconds to really make, to stand out. So really using bad bottle shots can impact like your purchase. Like it really gives buyer a pause, and it kind of like possibly weakens confidence in your brand altogether. So let's make sure this doesn't happen to you and that your online experience is like beautiful throughout. to help people, click purchase, which at the end of the day, we all want, correct? Mm-hmm. So really, a good website will guide potential buyers through your e-commerce sales funnel with minimal distraction. And a bad bottle shot is indeed a distraction. So I'm going to put it, and one more thing, sorry. I wanted to point out the bottle shots are crucial, but they only go so far. You have to consider as well any kind of imagery on your website. Beauty shots, lifestyle images, group pictures, the list goes on. Creative photos are really a great addition on your product pages. Your e-commerce experience will be more unique and engaging, and to ultimately drive more sales. And I'm going to leave it now to Simon, that's going to bring us even further.
Thank you, Lori. So as Lori mentioned, it's really important to make everything beautiful. But it's not just about a website. Our focus here at HWY 29 Creative is helping people navigate the digital frontier, and it is really vast. And so we want to help you make it beautiful everywhere. And so the way we want everyone to start thinking about their advertising and their branding, their marketing, is about a sort of hub and spoke model where you have that website at the core. That's the center. That's where you want to keep driving everybody, because the website is where folks are going to come, make a reservation possibly to come and visit your tasting room. They might join your wine club. They might go and buy wine, or they might just want to learn more about who you are and what your brand is all about. So it's really the most important piece you have. And when we have folks come to us and ask us to help them design or redesign their website, they're always talking about budgets and how to do it. And we want people to step back and really think about it. The website is the most important and most valuable employee that you have. And so when you're thinking about hiring an employee, you want to think about how much you're going to pay them. And so when you think about your business on the big picture and how you're going to allocate your budget, for this most valuable employee, do you want to hire somebody at minimum wage who can just kind of just get by as just good enough? Or do you want to go out there and find the most experienced, the best person who can be that face of your brand and who can do all of these important functions for you and invest hard? And so that's how we want people to really think about their website. It's not just a set it and forget it. You need to constantly be working and updating and investing in it, just like you would any employee or say marketing or sales position. And then off of that, you have all these other great channels. There's social media, your media kit, paid advertisement, emails, organic search, print, trade marketing. These are all really, really important pieces and different channels. And these channels, though, as we said, they all turn back to the website. Every time you're putting a link out or anything, it's about driving back to that website. So it's really important that you have consistency in your branding and your presentation, and that if you're going to see your website and have this beautiful bottle shot, you don't want to go to social media and see one of these, pretty ugly bottle shots that doesn't portray your brand. You want to be consistent all throughout. And the reason, and what Lori touched on there, is that people make these really quick split-second decisions. And as you think about what's happening in the wine world, there's definitely a change in demographics. For folks like me who love to geek out and read the Silicon Valley Bank report, they're talking about that changing demographic and how baby boomers are on their way out. I know we all rely on them. They're our best buyers usually, but they're not going to be there much longer. And the data's there. It's all about Gen X and millennials, and they have grown up with digital. And so for them, it's really important that you look authentic, but you look serious as well. And they can easily sniff out inauthenticity or unserious companies. And so it's really, really important to be thinking about the bigger picture there.
Definitely. So having great bottle shots on your website, leveraging all the different channels you can, those are both great ways to really put your customer first. Another way to put your customer first, especially in their shopping experience, is to make the shopping experience personal. So if you're not familiar with personalization, it's essentially dynamically changing the content, the products, and the pricing you show to consumers on your website based off of your relationship with the consumer, the context of their visit. Lots of great benefits, aside from providing a great experience, come from personalization. For example, when you personalize on your site, the average order value goes up 33%. The chance that a first-time buyer becomes a repeat buyer goes up 44%. The chance that a consumer makes a spontaneous purchase goes up 49%. So a lot of really great concrete benefits here to personalization. If you're not sure what this would look like, I can give you a couple examples here. So, one example would be when a customer comes to your site today, I guess to take a step back, when a customer comes to your site today, right, your homepage might look something like this, right? You might have some new releases, nice big image on the front. If you were going to personalize your shopping experience though, right, you'd have a different homepage for different visitors. So for example, when a first-time visitor comes to your site, they might see something like this. Right, they might see your story here, right, about the winery. They can learn more, because it's their first experience with you, right, and that's what it's all about, is learning about your brand in this first experience. When a first-time buyer comes to your site, right, when they've already made a purchase, they already know about your brand, right? They've heard the story. Now what you can do is personalize their shopping experience by showing them recommended products right up front, based off of their purchase history. When a repeat buyer comes to the site, right, if somebody has a high lifetime value or they're a repeat buyer, you can show them a club sign up right up front, right? You can, they're a good candidate to upsell into the club. They clearly like your brand if they've made multiple purchases, so you can get a little more forward with a club sign up. So those are just examples of ways you can personalize the online shopping experience. But there's tons of different ways you can do it, right? You can have different content for different consumers based off of, groups you've placed them in, clubs they belong to, their lifetime value, when the last time they're at your site was, lots of different options there. And so, this is, a really great way to put your customer first, give them a better online experience, and, get some concrete benefits as well related to your conversion rates.
That's awesome. I love it. Like, it just makes so much sense to me. So just like recapping, so the 3 principles we've visited right now to put your customer first are: make it beautiful everywhere, and make it personal. Okay, so those are all great, but that's a bit like that, like really overarching principle. Let's see how we can apply this in real life. Like, let's use a bit of a concrete example, a case study, if you will, so we can see like what it looks like in practice. Like, let's make it a bit more tangible. So without further ado, we're gonna present you like Tasting Merchant. We're using Tasting Merchant, which is an online retailer specialized in small batch wines that is leveraging both Commerce7 when it comes to its website and Outshinery when it comes to imagery. And bonus, HWY 29 with Simon, that is with us today, made it all come together. So it will help us like understand like what went behind the scene, like what was his thinking and what happened. And my turn again. So like the first part, like get polish imagery the easy way. So this is how Simon does it. So imagine Simon wants to sell a bottle of specific bottle, but he wants perfect images. So he goes online and he decides like his bottle shape, like the color of the wine. It's all like a simple questionnaire. He let us know what closure it is. So in that case, like a Stelvin, uploads the label artwork, and then here you go. He has a perfect bottle shot within 2 or 3 business days that is ready to be implemented on his website. All the details are there. There's no, bad reflection, bad lighting. Everything is ready to go. Now, that being said, Simon doesn't sell just one bottle of wine. He sells multiple from different wineries. He wants consistency so he can show his quality, and he wants ease of use. So he keeps going back to Outshinery. Here's a rosé he is selling, for example. So that's a rosé is like the wine color, the wine bottle, and then like the closure, here in that case, like a naked cork. And then the final result, like the bottle shots ready to go and be implemented on Commerce7. Again, all the details are there. That label is really pretty cool. Like it even has like laser cut. So you can see like some of the little paper plane actually cut out. So you can see like the wine showing through. Okay, so bottle shots are great, but like I mentioned earlier, they are also pretty, it can be pretty sterile and a bit boring. You can't really use bottle shot on social media or like in your banner image. Like they're not the most enticing piece of visual content. That's when lifestyle images come in. Lifestyle images help your audience picture your wine, in their lives. So like we said, like we were recording this webinar right now, it's early June. So summer is upon us, it's rosé season. So Simon, you want to sell more rosé, right? So Simon has a bundle of 3 rosés from 3 different wineries he wants to sell. He goes on the Outshinery website, chooses a backdrop so like this, in this case, this image, which is like really all about like, bring a bottle to your friend's party or to the beach and enjoy. Then you can see on the Outshinery website like what roughly it can look like. So here's like these 2 demo bottle images, just like how it would work like when the setting is like all finalized. So this demo image is just with 2 bottles. That being said, Simon needs 3 bottles in the shot. So that's how the final image ended up looking. 3 rosés. The special bundle is selling over the summer, ready to go in beautiful lifestyle images. Like another one, so this one, Simon, is really new. Literally, when did you
think we
place that
just
order?
got it about 2 weeks ago and started right away advertising it on Facebook, which we'll talk about later. And yeah, it's been amazing success.
Oh, yeah, great. And then this one, I think you just placed an order for like this kitchen image, like 2 days ago or something like that, correct? Yeah. So here is like a kitchen like settings that Simon wants to highlight. His wines are being delivered to the door of consumers. So it's a very warm and inviting experience. So this is a decor that he wants his products to be featured in. Again, goes on Outshinery, choose that scene. Then this is how Outshinery, I'm showing you some behind the scene. We usually don't show this. This is just for this webinar. This is how like the 3D team at Outshinery then integrates the bottles. So here we have 6 bottles that Simon wants to feature in that image. So this is like the position. But Simon is like wants to even go to the next level. He just doesn't want just bottles. He wants his box, the shipper box, and he wants the bottle open and even like some cards. So when it's all said and done, like that's kind of like how the image is being built. So totally on demand. If Simon wanted like just 2 bottles it is. And this ends up being the final result. So an image that was done within 2 business days and is ready to go and be leveraged across multiple channels, which is exactly my segue to bring it on to Simon.
Great work. We love all of those images you guys are making for us. And what I wanted to talk with you guys about is show you how we're able to bridge together the amazing work that Lori and the team over at Outshinery is doing, and then how you can put it into action. And we can show you that with Commerce7 and what we're doing. And so tasting merchants is a really unique concept. We are one of those people that believe we have to practice what we preach. And so we decided if we're going to be out there and preaching and telling everybody about digital marketing, that we should probably put our money where our mouth is and not just tell you, but do it. So we've actually created a real live functioning case study. So anybody can go, not now, but after the webinar, go to tastingmerchants.com. And you can check it out. It's a real website. You can place an order, help support the business, which would be great, and support these winemakers. And so we really wanted to show you guys in practice what this looks like. And throughout the years, as we're building this business, this is something that just launched this year. We're going to keep you guys around, and we want to show you what this journey looks like so you can learn with us and from us what it looks like to launch a new brand and how to completely conquer the digital territories. And so with that being said, this is what the website looks like. And one of the really exciting things about Commerce7 is something called dynamic merchandising. And so with this, it really allows us to lay out the shopping page however we need. And with just some simple designs that we create and our coders back there coding the website, we have complete flexibility. And so what that means is here, as you can see on that first row, we have 2 750 bottles, typical bottles. And we wanted to do this in what's called a 2-up layout, meaning 2 columns, 2 different products on a row. So you can see you have the Cabernet and the Rosé right there, and these beautiful vertical bottle shots that team at Outshinery made for us. But then we also have these curated and featured 6-packs where we're putting together 6 wines that have some sort of theme or something in common, and we wanted to display those. But those are important. Those are something we really want to put out there, get your attention. Our goal with Tasting Merchants is to have a minimum order of 6 bottles. Anyone can order any amount. You could order just 1, but we've done the math and we thought 6 bottles is that great sweet spot to really start building some volume for everybody and not make people feel completely committed to a case right away. So to incentivize that, we offer the $1 shipping. And so we really wanted to call attention to this. And so what we're able to do in the back of Commerce7 is with the settings, change the code so that if we had a 6-pack that was being displayed, it automatically knows to do this as a full length, extra wide layout and have the horizontal image that Outshinery created for us instead of the vertical. So there's really just so many tools that are at your capabilities when you're looking at Commerce7. And so when you dive in and you're looking at now a product page, if you were to click on a wine, this would be what you see. And so here we have that bottle shot that Lori created that you saw earlier. But as she mentioned, a bottle shot on a white background is kind of boring. And one thing that we are constantly challenging ourselves to do with any website we're designing at HWY29 Creative, and something we want to make you guys start thinking about, is to get away from just a floating bottle on a white background. Yeah, it's interesting, but it's not compelling enough. And so here our design team decided to add a beautiful light opacity over this photo we took of vineyards of grapes there. So you can see the grapes, you can see the bottle, and it just adds a little more texture and warmth. But the thing is whenever most people are looking at websites, is they typically just have that top section. But here we want to introduce this idea of what's below the fold. And so with Commerce7, you have amazing ability to add as much content as you want to any page, and it can be specific to an individual product. So if you look at this screen here, this is what would have happened if you scroll down on that page. As you see at the top, we have what's called a sticky buy button. So as you're scrolling down the page, you always see the title of the wine and that add to cart button all the way up and down the page. So you're instantly giving a consumer that chance to buy wine. And then we have specific content here where you're seeing winemakers' notes. You're seeing a photo of the individual winemaker. You see all of your different statistics about the wine. And what's so great about Commerce7 is that you can have as many photos and as many videos as you want on a page. And as your design partner, we can lay it out in any way. There's really no restrictions at all, which is what's so exciting. So we want to challenge people to think about not just putting out a bottle shot and a sentence about a tasting note and thinking that's enough. It's not. People want deeper. They want more. So put a photo of the winemaker, put a photo of the vineyard. Let's put a video up there. We can shoot a video for you and put it up there. And it can be specific to each wine. Think about if you go to a website and you see the winemaker sitting and talking and tasting the Chardonnay, and then they go to the Cabernet page and same thing. The winemaker sits, talks for a minute about the Cabernet. That's as compelling as being in the tasting room in a sense. And it's the closest way you're going to get that in a digital environment. So that's something we really want to challenge people to think about. And then if you're going to look at other ways you can use these bottle shots is, pop-ups, for instance. So as we're advertising this rosé campaign, this 3-pack of rosé that we're featuring, this is a pop-up that you could see on our site. So if you go, waits a few minutes, then it pops up, takes over the screen and tells people, hey guys, summer is here. And y'all have to admit, this photo is just unbelievable from Outshinery. This is one of our favorite images they've ever created from us. And it's compelling. It makes you want to buy it. You feel that lifestyle. You feel connected. It's so much more than just a photo of a bottle with an iPhone. And then when you dig deeper, there's other ways that you can be taking these bottle shots. These are examples of some digital ads that we're running. So as you can see here on the left, this is a Facebook ad that's being run. And so it's showing that bottle shot again. And then we have some nice caption there about rosé time. There's a call to action at the bottom, only 150 available, $1 shipping, shop now. And so what we're doing is we're taking these beautiful images and finding people where they are. I think a lot of wineries are kind of just sitting back and waiting for customers to come to them, but you got to go to customers. And the digital landscape is out there and it's yours for the taking. And honestly, only a few wineries or wine companies are navigating. So it's still pretty much undiscovered. So we really encourage you to go out there and to find these consumers. Now, if a consumer comes, they see that ad and they click on it, but maybe they don't actually buy the wine. Maybe they want to think about it. Well, then we can serve them up with some retargeting ads. And so this is an example of a carousel ad. And so this is taking all of these beautiful images from Outshinery. And so I'm sure you guys have probably seen this. You go, you shop for a pair of shoes, you add to cart, but you don't actually buy it. And then it's almost as if those shoes are stalking you across the entire internet. That's the kind of capabilities that we're able to create at HWY29 Creative for you and viewing all these great bottle shots. And so if you don't find the wine, great, we'll find you. And we're going to kind of solicit you on Facebook or Instagram or anywhere with these beautiful images. And there's another place you can do that too, which is on Google. And with Google, you're able to go ahead actually and thank you. Yeah, there we go. And so with Google, you're able to help find people right when they're looking for wine. And so this is an example. This is a Google search of just buy Chardonnay. Something really simple, right? A lot of people, they don't know where to start. They're intimidated, but they just want Chardonnay. Well, actually, Google for a while didn't allow wine to be in the shopping feed, but now they just recently let it come back. So the first thing you see before any website is actually these different shopping products. And you can see here a bunch of bottle shots. You can see a label, and you can see that second one from the left there is an Outshinery shot. And right away, you can see how compelling it is. There's a lifestyle behind it. It looks interesting, and it's going to grab the attention of a consumer. And where all of this comes together, the final point I want to make is that with Commerce7, we have a really exciting new capability that we're going to be launching next week in partnership with them. So we're going to be launching something called the shopping feed. And so before this was out there, there wasn't a way to easily get all of your products into the Google shopping feed or into Facebook and have it dynamically keep updating based on new products, when they come in, when they go out of stock. That's something that typically had only been reserved for big companies. If you look here at Google, wine.com, for instance, they're great at this. Wine Library, Total Wine, they're all over this. Well, you guys should be too. If someone's searching for your wine, we want your wine to show up number one. We don't want it to have to go to a third party, to a retailer necessarily, and you lose that direct to consumer sale. So next week, we'll have some more information and about this, but basically the idea being that with one click of a button in Commerce7, you can export all of your products to Google and Facebook. And then from there, there's just so many opportunities for you that we would love to help you walk you through in terms of digital advertising. So now I want to pass over to Zach, who's going to show you guys some more examples of different product merchandising and how you can really leverage that.
Yeah, so Lori showed us how we can make great imagery really easily with Outshinery. Awesome examples by Simon there in terms of how you can leverage this imagery on your website, right? How you can set up your merchandising. I just want to quickly go over a couple more examples in terms of the merchandising opportunities or the dynamic merchandising opportunities, because really there's no restrictions, right? However you want to set up your product pages, your collection pages, you're able to do so. Wineries today, they're spending a lot of time and a lot of effort goes into merchandising in the tasting room. And so, we want to give them the same opportunity online. So just to give you an example here of what some other people are doing, we can take a look at Paradigm Winery here. This is one that I love to show off. They got this great bottle shot here that they have bleed into the other images, takes up most of the page here, right? Really good example of great merchandising here. We can take a look at Senegal Estate. What they're doing, they have this nice background shot. They actually have this as a video, right? So if you come to the website, you'll see the wine, moving around in the glass. Really great merchandising here, having that there, really large, great image in the background. You don't have to get that fancy though if you don't want to, right? You can do something a little more basic, right? If you have a lot of SKUs, you can have just the traditional rows and columns. Right, so if you have 50 SKUs or a bunch of SKUs, you don't, you might just want to have them all on one page, filterable, easy to navigate around, and that can be the focus. A final example here would be the Prisoner Wine Co. They have this great carousel on their product page. So basically, when you go to the site, this will automatically scroll to the right and show you, a wide variety of bottles here within a short time frame. But yeah, so those are just a couple examples of how you can merchandise with Commerce7. 4 really different examples here, right? 5 if you include Simon's. And basically the idea here is that however you want to set this up, however you want to set up your product pages, your collection pages, however you want to merchandise online, with Commerce7 you're able to do so. There's no restrictions there.
All right, let's wrap this up. Simon,
yeah,
do you
great.
want to
Well, first of all, thank you to
start?
everyone who's been listening in, and see we have some great questions and some discussion going on in the chat. So that's great. And really what, we want to impress upon everyone and have you take away from this is that, more important now than ever is how you present your business and how you present your brand. And when it comes to something like wine, it's such a sensory experience, it's something that takes all 5 senses. But when you're doing it digitally, obviously you don't have the sense of taste or the sense of smell. So all you have is those visuals, and visuals are so, so important. And Lori cited some great statistics and data that's brought onto us. And we also, of course, will send you guys some call information so you can get in touch with us and ask any questions personally moving forward.
Social media, advertising, etc. As a small winery without a large budget, where do I even start?
So that's for Simon, right? Mostly?
I think it's a Simon question,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, we work with folks all the time who, different sizes. And yeah, when your budget isn't, say, $1 million marketing budget, it's hard. Where do you start? And so even with just a couple $1,000s, you can make such an impact. Obviously, starting with something like beautiful bottle shots, but choose 1 or 2 channels and own them. The best and first place I tell everyone to start is your website, because that is how you're going to be judged instantly. People are going to come to that website and they're going to quickly decide, this is someone I want to get to know or don't want to get to know. So start there, invest your money in your website first. From there, the easiest place is social media. You don't have to pay anybody to post for you on social media. You can do it. You can even use simple iPhone photos, little videos, 30 seconds, whatever you need, and show what's going on at your winery. Show the winemaker crushing. Show him racking the barrels. These are easy wins that don't take a lot of effort at the end of the day. And then from there, if you've conquered and you feel like you're getting a good start, that's when you can work with someone like us at HWY Creative, and we can start looking at paid advertisements and actually soliciting customers and bringing them to your door. So there's a lot of places to start, but definitely say start on the website and start with social media and with that content.
Oh, we might have some technical difficulties here.
You can keep.
Okay, so yeah, no, but the answer there is, yeah, we do. Really easy to set up. Basically, your designer places one piece of code on your site where you want the personalization to show up, and then you set it up all on the back end. Right, it takes a couple of minutes. Really easy to get going and get started with that. At any time. And yeah, so you can show dynamically change products, pricing, content to any consumer on your site.
Cool.
Sweet. Here's to follow with the one for each of you, one for Laura here.
No jealous.
Do you only provide bottle shots and lifestyle images, or can you help with other types of visual content?
Yeah, so right now, I features mostly these 2 bottle shots and lifestyle images. That being said, Outshinery offers way more. Our goal is to be able to supply all your product visual content. So we can also do group shots if you have special lineup, or we saw a bit with Simon, he has special packs and offers. We also do pack shots. If you have a box as well for Christmas, the holidays, magnums, and then one that I really like as well, we do product videos. So short product videos that are meant mostly for social or your website. And those are great because it really captures people's attention and they stand out. So really focusing on your product and animating it. So that's something that Outshinery offers as well. Don't hesitate to send me an email, we can show you more.
Exactly. If I can just jump in there for any people who are in the US, something at HWY 29 we can help you with.
Absolutely, and that's what that's actually a really good point.
Photos of
by no means,
you need bottle shots, but you also need beautiful video. So we can do drone videos of your vineyards or things like that, or portraits of your winemakers. So it's all about having
content that we
tons of different
time and time again.
We
just partner up with you and then collaborate with other photographers so that your content is exciting and new. All year long, because I know it can be challenging, right? To come up with content all year long. So Outshinery is here to help you with that.
Cool. I think we have time for one more question.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Here's one for everyone. Maybe one at a time you can respond. Someone asked, where do I start, and do you have any sign-up offers?
Okay, I'll go. Where to start? Well, I would recommend that you can try and place a free test shot on Outshinery. So if you go outshinery.com/free, simple, I know, you'll be prompted to answer a very short questionnaire that will, walk you through the steps, choose your bottle, choose your wine color, all the way to upload your label artwork, and give us a few business days, and we'll get back to you with both a bottle shot, a straight bottle shot, as well as the lifestyle images. So we find it's the best way to see the magic and really understand how we work. So that would be for Outshinery. What about you, Zach?
Yeah, for Commerce7, if you go to Commerce7.com, you can, in the top right corner, you can request a demo. We're happy to take you through the platform. If you're more hands-on and you want to just try it out yourself, you can do a 30-day free trial. That's at the bottom. That's in the footer of any pages on the site. You can fill out a little bit of information and it'll immediately set you up with a test account.
Perfect. And for Highway 29, you can find us at HWY29creative.com. So the abbreviation for Highway, HWY29creative.com. And you can see a little bit more about what we do. And at the bottom there, there's a link where you can instantly schedule a phone call with me. And happy to chat with anybody at any time and just listen to some of the struggles you might be having or some of the great ideas you have, but you don't know how to get started. We can really help you with all things digital
Thanks again, everyone.
and help you get on the right track to success.